Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukols have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survive. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
Okay, so I'm guessing that the notes are going to be relevant later to something. Right, okay. I didn't get a pamphlet. Alright. Actually, I guess I can go this way and follow these guys.
No point. It's locked.
But but two people just went through there. Well, they were walking this way, so they didn't. I didn't actually see them go in, but it looked like they were going that way. Into the laboratory.
Professor, it's me. I've come to pick up the mammoth doll.
The doll is waiting for you there, Miss Walker. Please take good care of it.
Don't worry. I'm beginning to get quite attached to it myself. Can I trouble you just a little longer?
With pleasure, Kate. I'm all ears.
Nothing. I don't think.
I must congratulate you for your lecture. You were right. The subject is absolutely fascinating. I never believed that mammoths could be so interesting.
What you heard was only the tip of the iceberg, my dear. But if I have at least awoken a passion in you, I'm only too proud.
Did Hans Vorarlberg agree with your hypothesis on the Yukols being able to tame mammoths?
Now, Hans was no man of science. His pathological obsession was to find mammoths that were still in existence. Such a hypothesis is somewhat overblown, don't you think?
You don't believe in it yourself?
Mammoths died out thousands of years ago. Of this we are certain. Today, the only mammoths in Syberia are frozen ones.
Do you know where Hans might have gone after his stay here in Barrackstadt?
No, but I would not be surprised if he left in search of the Yukols, or what is left of them today.
Okay. Help?
What would you say about seeing Hans Vorarlberg again? After all, you could come with me and help me find him.
Young lady, you are very kind. I'm far too old for such escapades.
Oh well.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
That must be the notes from the talk, lecture. The Legend of the Ivory Ark. Oh, right. Oh, no, this is the pamphlet. The last ice age ended when the planet warmed up. That's technically... Technically, the ice age hasn't ended. Because an ice age is, geologically speaking, is an age when there is ice. Which is, we currently have ice on Antarctica and the Arctic. So therefore, we live in an ice age. I think that's how it works. Or is my geology lacking? This sudden climatic change threatened the existence of many animal species, including mammoths inhabiting the far northern Siberian wastes. It is said that the Yukol peoples decided to follow Noah's example and build an enormous ark to try and preserve the mammoth's existence. They lived in symbiosis with the pachyderm, which is at the heart of their religious worship. The ship was constructed entirely from mammoth tusks. A small herd of mammoths was installed on board with enormous quantities of fodder. Control of the ship was entrusted to a handful of particularly intrepid Yukol clans. Their mission was to take the animals to other lands with pastures more befitting to their survival. One day, 50 summers later, as legend would have it, the ark returned to its starting point. The Yukols were astonished to find nobody aboard apart from the carcasses of several mammoths, perfectly preserved in the ice encasing the ship. The clansmen believed this was a mysterious sign from the gods, and they ate the mammoths in a memorable feast. 1 week later the ark set sail once more, carried away by the currents. Again it returned, half a century later, with not a soul aboard, except more well-preserved, frozen mammoth carcasses. This mystery continued for a millennia, each time the surprisingly well-preserved mammoths appearing out of nowhere. The Yukols interpreted the phenomenon as a benevolent offering from their dead companions, who were believed to have perished on the ark's first voyage in some horrendous maritime cataclysm. It was believed that their souls had found eternal rest on a mythical island that the shaman named Syberia, with a Y. They constructed a whole religion around this belief, with rites and customs punctuated by the periodic appearances of the phantom ship and its precious cargo. For centuries, nothing changed the ark's mysterious cycle. Only the size of the mammoths changed, reducing imperceptibly over time. Until one day, 100 or so years ago, the ark returned earlier than expected. It was empty. The Yukols were dumbfounded and utterly confused. The spirits of their ancestors had forsaken them. Everything they had believed in, that had been the bedrock of their culture since the very depths of time, had now lost all meaning. The most fanatical believers noted that the frequency of appearances had in fact increased, and maintained that there was still hope as long as the ark continued its return journeys from the unknown. Some elder Yukols boasted having seen it several times, but, thenceforth, each time the white ship returned, it only offered an empty shell to the despairing eyes of the surviving Yukols. The belief became superstition, and the reality became legend. Ship made out of mammoth, bringing mammoth. Back to the train. Actually, thinking on it, I probably could have done some more. I could have done the fiddling with the train, couldn't I? To make sure it was winding and everything. I don't know. So back to the train. See what Oscar says. Put our woolly mammoth back in its area. And run on. Oops. Yeah, I do have it. Good. Run. And let's go on. Let's see what Oscar says, if anything, about the winding. It might be that we're not actually winding. We need to wind elsewhere. But I think this is where we wind, I guess. Ah.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
Speaking of mechanical problems, There aren't any other hitches I should know about, Oscar?
This train has no mechanical problems, Kate Walker. Winding the spring mechanism is standard service procedure.
Okay, Oscar. Don't get all touchy about it. I didn't mean it like that.
Right, okay.
I'm off, Oscar. See you later.
Yes, Kate Walker.
So I can't ask about train. Maybe I should have said asked about mission. Now can we go?
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
Then
Oscar, get ready. I'm going to start winding up the clockwork engine.
Good, Kate
All
Walker.
right.
Then we can carry on our journey. An engineer prides himself.
On punctuality. I know, Oscar, I know.
right, okay, so I
I'm
need
off,
to line
Oscar.
it.
See you later.
Yes, Kate Walker.
This side then. So I assume that we do these, so, and I guess it's the lever and then the wheel, rather than the wheel first.
I don't need to do that again.
Should we do this then? Yay! Do the thing. Another phone call.
Hello?
Where are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm in Barrickstadt.
What? Is that a town? I hope the man you're looking for lives there. Are you coming home soon?
From what I gather, it's one huge university with an extraordinary station aviary. If you could only see it, there are trees and birds everywhere. It's so weird here.
Sounds like a great place for a bit of sightseeing. So, are you coming back soon?
I don't know.
I don't think so. In fact, the train I'm traveling on has some kind of a mechanical problem. We've been forced to stop here.
Us? I thought you were alone. Who's with you?
Oscar, the train engineer.
You're messing around with mechanics now, are you?
Don't be so stupid, Dan, please. Oscar is an automaton created by Mr. Varlberg, the man I'm looking for. And he's not any old robot. He's a sophisticated butler type, if you see what I mean. He's a bit obsessive as well.
Kate, I don't know what they're feeding you in Europe, but don't you think it's time that you came home?
But my mission still isn't finished.
To hell with your mission. I don't know why you accepted it in the first place. If you just stuck to the middle of the road, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
We? If there's any mess, it's me who's in it. And while I'm trying to come to grips with strange towns, you, my darling, are sitting at home on your butt. I seem to remember we had nothing against my departure.
It was only going to be 2 or 3 days, Kate. Please, try to put yourself in my shoes.
Your shoes. Not only do I have to fit myself into your diary, but I've got to get myself into your shoes as well. Is there anywhere else Sir would like me to put myself while we're on this subject?
Look, I don't want to talk about it now. Call me back when you calm down.
I was perfectly calm before I picked up your call. I only wanted a few words of encouragement, not your disdain. Was that too much to ask?
Yes.
You can be such a selfish...
Takes one to know one, sweetheart.
How dare you do your job when you should be, I don't know, playing pretty trophy wife? How dare you? How dare you have goals of your own, Kate? Hope you understand that that was sarcasm. Just in case people are worried. I hope I don't edit it badly and don't put the kind of revelation of it being sarcasm in another video. That could go worryingly badly for me. That guy's a jerk. What do you see in him, Kate? Think of me. Think of me. You should just be in the middle of the road. Unnoticed. Let's move on.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
Haven't I done it?
Oscar, if you tell me one more time something's missing, I'll...
Everything is ready. Take your seat, Kate Walker. We are leaving.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay! Movement! Long last. Crash. What? Why have you stopped? I'm gonna go out this side. Because I know there's a thing here. I hope Oscar realises we're getting off.
What are you doing there, Oscar?
It is imperative that we comply with railroad and customs regulations, Kate Walker.
Oscar, don't you think we could drop the trifling details once and for all?
We need an exit visa to get beyond the wall, Kate Walker.
And you wouldn't know where I could get one of them
the
from,
rectus,
would
is
you?
it?
There is usually some form of authority stationed at a guard post that is strategically positioned to issue such a visa.
Is that you?
I don't suppose you can help me get this visa then?
Your non-supposition is correct, Kate Walker.
Oscar, don't you think we've wasted enough time already?
You neglected to find the clockwork winding mechanism for the train with sufficient haste, Kate Walker.
Don't talk about that.
Nerve! And you refused to lend a helping hand. Help that could have been invaluable to me.
I agree, Kate Walker.
If you weren't so obsessed by procedure, we wouldn't have had a hitch.
I am not entirely convinced, Kate Walker.
Oscar, please, let's get in the train and leave, can we?
Yes, Kate Walker. Give me the visa.
Where do I get it?
Okay, see you later, Oscar.
Yes, Kate Walker.
Isn't this the guard post though? We'll go in and steal him away.
No point. It's locked.
He's locked himself in. Oh, boo.